What an incredibly frustrating series of events that we have been through legally over the past 6 weeks since Trump started implementing his reforms and the ACLU became his co-president in batting them down one by one. It is one step forward, two steps backward for the Trump administration when it comes to fulfilling the people's wishes to deport not a few, not some, but all of the illegal immigrants in the United States right now. That's what the people want. Harry Enton took this on late last week on CNN, their data guy. Let me just show you the numbers, okay? Look at SOT 15.
Deport all undocumented immigrants. Voters favoring the government trying to deport all 11 million of them. Back in 2016, just 38% of voters wanted the government to try to deport all 11 million undocumented immigrants. Compared to where we are in 2025, 56%, the majority. The American people have come a long way on this issue, much closer to Donald Trump, and I think that's a big part of the reason why Americans are increasingly saying the country is on the right track when it comes to immigration policy, and why Donald Trump's net approval rating on that issue is in the positive.
Okay, so it's a clear majority who want all of them gone. All of them. Not just the ones who committed additional crimes, but all of them. They want all illegal immigrants in the United States to be deported. Now, that number, how many is that? It was said in 2020 or so to be about 10 million, between 10 and 11 million. That was 2020 when Trump left office. How many have come in the 4 years since? You go to the Center for Migration Studies, they'll say it's only 1.7 million that were added. So that we're only up to 11.7 million. Bullshit. Bull. That grossly underestimates the millions who swarmed into this country under Biden. He was letting in 300,000 a month. 300,000 a month, people. It's estimated by House Republicans and Customs and Border Patrol, which is in a position to know, to be closer to 8 million under Joe Biden. 8. Okay? 10 in 2020 plus 8 under Joe Biden gives us almost 20 million, 18 million total in the country. Illegals. You don't think that has an effect on the American economy? So Trump's got to get rid of 18 million people. That's what a clear majority of Americans want. 18 million. How are we doing? You've seen Tom Homan out there doing his level best. ICE is out there doing their level best, and they're doing yeoman's work at the southern border. The trickle back into the country has been stopped. It's all been stopped. It's been stopped as much as you can stop without having an airtight wall, which he's also said he's going to work on. But in any event, they're doing a great job now stopping the flow. But how are we doing on the deportations, on the removals of those already here? Well, in February, for the month of February, Trump deported just over 11,000. You've never had an administration more devoted to rounding them up and shipping them out. He is doing everything within his power. He has expanded his rights of removal when you encounter somebody at the border, like immediate removal. He's expanded that to basically cover all of the United States. He's using the Alien Enemies Act. He, as you know, has been getting hit by the courts left and right for not providing these people enough due process. And even with Trump's, you could call it, cut corners, he's only gotten 11,000 out in February. I haven't seen the March numbers, but you can assume it's around there. So let's say it's double if you add March in there. So let's say it's 22,000 that we've gotten out, but I think it slowed down in March. All these sanctuary cities trying not to work with Tom Homan. You've got these whistleblowers calling up the illegals, saying Homan's coming. We saw some of that. And keep in mind, Tom Homan said that they were going to start with the worst first. And that means those who have committed additional crimes beyond illegal entry or overstaying their visa. Well, how many of those are there out of that, call it 18 million? ICE told Congress last year it was about not quite 500,000, 435,000 illegals who have criminal convictions who are not yet in U.S. custody. All right, so we're starting with the worst of the worst first, 435,000 here illegally. And maybe this, since Trump took office, we've got now let's call it 25,000. If you round up for the couple of weeks of January and April that we have going here, let's just call it 25,000. That doesn't even get us down to 400,000 of the illegals who are still running around who have also committed crimes. And you haven't even cracked 1 million of the 18 million. This is not a rip on Trump. He's trying. Tom Homan is trying. Tom Homan's jumping up and down saying, I need more money because I don't have the resources to do this. And on top of that, I don't have the facilities to store them, even the numbers he's getting. There's no place to put them. Just today, we have this long article about how now the ACLU is complaining that the ICE facilities aren't nice enough, that some female migrants are having to sleep on mats on concrete floors. Okay. They're complaining that some of the lunch tables don't have enough seats. I mean, really? Then get them out. Go home. You know where they have seats and mattresses? Back in your home countries. Get out. Okay, but it's all on us. It's all on Trump. It's all on Tom Homan. It's all on them to find them all, overcome the sanctuary cities objections, overcome these mayors who are undermining them, overcome the whistleblowers, whatever you call them, the leakers who are telling illegal groups when Homan's groups are coming. And now, biggest and most importantly, overcome the ACLU, which at every turn is going into court and challenging the deportations, saying you can't expand expedited removal. You can't use the Alien Enemies Act. And they just had a huge victory. Late Friday night into Saturday at 1 a.m., the Supreme Court, in a 7-2 ruling, unsigned, but we know that it was Thomas and Alito who were in the dissent, stopped him from deporting people under the Alien Enemies Act. And buses that were seen leaving the ICE detention centers, said to be full of Venezuelans, had to stop and turn around and put them back in there. We're only at maybe 25,000 deported out of 18 million. And now you've got these courts saying they want due process that looks like it's going to be akin to the due process you get when you're charged criminally. How much due process do we have to give each one of these people individually? No due process afforded American citizens, as 18 million of them came in, as some 500,000 committed crimes against us, stealing from us, raping our women, murdering us, along with our children, child molestation. Did they have due process? Did the American people have any due process at all? No. Now, for each one, we have to have due process before we deport them to El Salvador or anywhere else. And it's starting to look like just a peppercorn will not be enough, to steal a phrase from another area of law consideration. It's starting to look like we're actually really going to have to provide hearings in each case, allow these people, they're upset, their notices that they could challenge it weren't in English. That's your problem. Like, now, what are we going to have a translator for every single language? If we got like somebody in there who only speaks Arabic, we got to make sure English is the official language of the United States. You don't understand your language? Too effing bad. So the Supreme Court, for now, has shut down the use of the Alien Enemies Act. And the ACLU does nothing but file challenges to every single attempt to deport these people. And Pam Bondi's got up to her neck, up to her chin now in ACLU legal filings, not to mention the offense that Trump is trying to play legally with things like trying to get, open anti-Semitism to stop on campuses like Harvard. You've heard about tariffs recently, plus inflation, supply chain disruptions. It's a lot, but there is a silver lining that most people missed. President Trump specifically exempted gold and silver bullion from the tariff talk. The administration preserved the ability to diversify into precious metals. If you are concerned about your savings, consider a free consultation with a Birch Gold precious metals specialist. The first step is to text MK to 989898 and receive your free no-obligation info kit on gold. Learn how to hold gold and silver in a tax-sheltered account. Birch Gold will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a gold IRA for no money out of pocket. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of thankful customers, consider texting MK to 989898. Again, text MK to 989898 to claim your free info kit right now. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.